they? And so on. So you can read it, I think, easily. If you want to give us suggestions, they are welcome for making it better. And it goes like that till the end. And we have more suggested didactic guidelines here for discussions, for research. So, for instance, we have divided it for high school in this film. In other films, you will see you can choose what kinds of questions make beyond the cluster questions that you can arrange as you prefer. So we have, for instance, an activity on bullying that can be a discussion among students, or one thing that is going on now, maybe more effective, is to call specialists to make a program in the school against bullying, because it is unfortunately spreading around a lot. So we already have many programs with specialist psychologists and pedagogists, anthropologists to deal with the issue. I put a link to a site that helps in this and gives some hints online also against this problem of bullyism. We have another issue that is empowerment. So we go through the characters' actions in the film, and we try to discuss them. Why do she or he do that? This is the basic, very simplified question, but it is. And then we have other links to a site who, for this movie specifically, analyzed character for character. Each character is analyzed for this movie on this site. It's a good site. And also every theme dealt with is analyzed in this movie, in this website. So it's a wonder study guide here. And it analyzes characters and themes dealt with. Then we have other sort of possible didactic guidelines. For instance, since the Halloween parties, Halloween days are performed in the film, students can make a research on that. And we can broaden it to other masks, story, carnival stories, origins, historical research, for instance. We also have a hint on cosplays that are very popular among not only students but also adults nowadays. So they could make a research on that. That's a theme research. Then we have for middle high school, a bit lower level, so those are more simple questions. What? Oge Palman is the protagonist. Who is him? Why does he wear the astronaut helmet? And all these things that are proposed by us can be used or interpreted by your decisions on how to deal with such a movie. What happens in that scene of the natural park, what happens in another scene, how Agi is finally awarded, why. These are more simple, related to images questions, and also reinforce also the attention to the movie, because they have to think back, oh, why they do that in that scene, what happened before. So it's all an exercise, important exercise. Then we have music in the film. We can ask, did you listen to music? Did you notice music? Was there music or not? Why? What does it mean where there is music? What kind of music is that? We have a lot of questions about music. We have a very important speech about music later, tomorrow. Well, this is a question that's a bit more linked to cinema language, how summaries are made of various scenes, because there are some summaries of things we have to recall. They're not flashback, they are really summaries, and they have a very quick editing, ta-ta-ta-ta-ta, scene, ta-ta-ta-ta-ta, that can be our mind that recall things very quickly. So, for instance, this is another idea, and it's used in this film, but can be used by every of us. Okay, I think I bored you enough. So if you have questions or more than questions, contributions and everything, we will appreciate. And you have the microphone here, so the translator will hear you, the interpreters. Let's go back to this. Maybe all together like that, 3 years of work seems like, but it is not. We made it, we are still alive. And we had good results. Please.
Thank you very much for your analytical presentation. I have a few questions about the filmmaking. I would like to ask how long it has to take. Do we have a time limit for the film?
Well, the project will end in November.
No, I mean the film. The one that
you
the
have
students...
no land limit.
Do we have, it has to be 10 minutes until 20, or it's free?
It's free, totally free, yes.
Okay. And do we have to put subtitles?
Pardon?
Subtitles.
That's up to you. For instance, well, this is maybe a guideline that we can assume from the project. I didn't find any specific information or rule about that. You mean in the phase of making film, if you have to put a subtitle, or in choosing the film?
I mean when the students are going to make the film.
Okay.
Ours, it's going to be in Greek. So do you have to put English subtitles so the other colleagues from other countries will
understand? Is better, yes.
It's better to put subtitles?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. And are we allowed to do like Charlie Chaplin style? No words?
Oh yeah, no subtitles.
For example, my subject is music, and I will find it very interesting if I put music to illustrate the feelings in the scenario.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
It's perfect. Yeah, okay. Choices are very, very free, actually, are very free. It's good if you give ideas and we discuss these ideas, because this is also quite interesting. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you to you.
Buongiorno. Se non è un problema parlerei in italiano, che mi agito e mi impappino di sicuro. E, grazie e complimenti per il lavorone sui due fronti, nel senso che la lista e gli strumenti di analisi sono ottimi. Io sono insegnante alla scuola secondaria di primo grado e penso anche ai colleghi a cui eventualmente porteremo queste informazioni. Saranno veramente apprezzate, la catalogazione per argomenti, eccetera, se poi anche consultabili da un sito e quindi veramente open, sarà uno strumento molto importante. Io ho avuto esperienza negli anni passati con la realizzazione di video, di film, in questo senso. un paio di esperienze. E quindi anche l'aspetto, diciamo, le linee guida che avete preparato per il lavoro di gruppo le trovo molto utili, e in parte confermano il modo che ho improntato io di lavorare un po' spontaneo, genuino, a braccio se vogliamo, e quindi la parte di divisione dei ruoli, e anche ho vissuto in prima persona la potenza integrativa di un'opera collettiva, perché non sempre gli studenti delle medie, quindi 11, 13, 14 anni, sono consapevoli di star remando nella stessa direzione, ma quando vedono il prodotto finale sentono molto responsabilizzati, molto realizzati, e veramente qualunque competenza. Sì, c'erano nei gruppi di lavoro diversi ragazzi con svantaggi sociali, economici, linguistici, e hanno contribuito in maniera efficace. Il problema, e forse entro già tanto nello specifico, non lo so, ditemelo voi, che ho osservato nell'organizzazione dei ruoli e del lavoro a gruppi, è che io ho sbagliato gerarchizzando, quindi vedo da voi che sarebbe meglio di no, è che spesso, forse in quella fascia d'età lì, quando si incontra un ostacolo, un problema, anziché mettere in atto il problem solving, anche se guidati, diciamo, problem solving o il cambio di ruoli o la responsabilizzazione, mollano. E quindi la maggior difficoltà è stata veramente nell'attribuzione dei ruoli, nella responsabilizzazione, e fino a che non hanno visto il prodotto finale, fargli capire che stavano veramente contribuendo tutti e ognuno in egual modo al risultato, e che se si rifiutavano o se si distraevano, disturbavano, ci rimettevano tutti.
Yeah.
Il prodotto era loro, e però è come se era loro quando le cose andavano bene. Quando c'era qualche inghippo se ne andavano.
Yeah.
E quindi la sfida più grossa, e che forse vale la pena entrare nel dettaglio, è avere anche una mano rispetto agli insegnanti che in classe lavorano anche così, però in un ambiente più libero, dove è bello che l'insegnante sia solo di sfondo, trovare dei trucchi, degli esempi per responsabilizzarli maggiormente. Una cosa che mi è venuta in mente è iterare, cioè fare un primo progetto, portarlo a fallire,
Apposta.
o comunque e ricominciare. Allora forse in quel modo lì.
Ok, I stop you. Come vado ora? In italiano o in inglese? Vado in italiano? Tanto abbiamo.
Capisco, però.
Yeah. Una idea per questo problema, che sicuramente sì, sorge, non è solo suo, è, secondo me, che ho provato a fare così, fargli vedere pezzettino per pezzettino, non far fallire un progetto, stupidi, avete sbattuto una schifezza, no, meglio di no, no. Però quando abbiamo girato una piccola, oppure abbiamo già scritto, fatto uno storyboard, guardate com'è bello questo storyboard fatto da voi, facciamo qualche scena, bellissima, le riguardiamo, magari c'è da ridere, c'è da correggere, qui si può fare meglio, la rifacciamo in un altro modo, però far vedere in itinere appunto che cosa è stato fatto e che ha un suo valore. E se non è bello, non ci soddisfa, tu hai il microfono anche lì se vuoi, non ci soddisfa, lo rifacciamo, siamo qui apposta, ma è già dare subito, se c'è qualcosa di buono che di solito si trova, dovrebbe aiutare proprio a fare passo passo un buon prodotto.
Beh, io volevo dire che il professore ha centrato il problema, che è quello sostanzialmente, no? Di mantenere l'attenzione e l'autostima, se vuoi. Diciamo che è un problema un po' generale dell'insegnamento, nel senso che tu proponi un libro e ti dicono «Oddio com'è difficile», no? Poi in realtà non è vero. Se non gliel'ha detto nessuno che è tanto difficile, lo abbordano, perché noi abbiamo per tutti i tipi di scuola nelle superiori Dante Alighieri e penso che non sia possibile trovare una cosa più complessa in realtà, ma lo fanno tutti, perché tradizionalmente tu i canti di Dante li fai, perché nulla di quello che si insegna è al di sopra del livello di intelligenza di un giovane che frequenta una scuola. Peraltro è il momento in cui le persone sono più intelligenti e più capaci di apprendere, quindi. Il problema rispetto al film è un po' questo, che non bisogna mollare mai. Io ho paura di quella cosa lì, di dire li porto a sbattere. Non è detto che non significhi non si farà mai più. Io credo che sia meglio fargli vivere delle esperienze anche piccole, ma positive. Questa è una cosa che si può fare. Ho tanti anni di insegnamento, ha sempre funzionato questa cosa qui. A volte anche persone con delle difficoltà vere, però se riesci a stabilire un rapporto di fiducia e anche una serie di dinamiche di gruppo che siano positive, in genere la strada è quella. Il fatto di fermarsi voglio dire, magari non vale per tutte le scuole d'Europa, ma per l'Italia la gente che abbandona la scuola è tanta, è il nostro problema fondamentale. Quindi se cerchi di fare una cosa nuova, portala avanti con grande determinazione, credici tu come prima cosa e poi i ragazzi ci stanno. Perché se nessuno gli dice non siete capaci, che è una frase di quelle da fucilazione, e poi le cose invece succedono.
Sì. Anche potete iniziare, poi diamo la parola a lei, con una cosa molto semplice. Per esempio, dalla finestra della classe metti un telefono, una telecamerina, qualsiasi cosa, vediamo come viene. E fai una cosa semplicissima. Dici, anche Ken Loach ha fatto questo, wow, bella, guarda bella. Oppure la facciamo più luminosa, un po' meno luminosa. Si coinvolgono, anche solo vedere filmato quello che c'è fuori dalla finestra, lo vedi tutti i giorni, ma entri nel famoso linguaggio delle immagini, e quindi è una cosa semplicissima, però dici guarda com'è venuta bene, e poi andare avanti.
Scusate, poi mi taccio. In questo senso la seconda volta, il secondo laboratorio, che coinvolgeva anche dei bambini delle elementari, quindi si partiva dai 6-7 anni, ho avuto buoni risultati con la stop motion.
Ah sì, certo.
A coppie, i bambini piccolissimi creavano i loro video.
Vedi?
Si rinuncia un po' alla parte di teamwork, ovviamente, e storie molto brevi, la narrazione è quella che è, però lì io non devo fare letteralmente nulla, se non fargli vedere lo strumento tecnico, tecnologico e stimolarli a inventare storie.
Sì. Poi si può, anche se lo fanno solo alcuni allievi, poi puoi coinvolgere comunque tutta la classe nel presentarlo, nel analizzarlo, cioè coinvolgere comunque, non perché loro sono i più bravi, ma proprio i ruoli sono ruoli, ma sono tutti paralleli, paritari sullo stesso piano. Quindi anche voi fate il pubblico di questo stop motion, ok? Raccontatelo, parlatene, criticatelo, ma ovviamente non con la cattiveria, da un punto di vista estetico, come vi pare. Voi fate i critici, per esempio, loro hanno fatto i registi, ok, voi fate i critici. Prego.
Salve, buongiorno. Grazie. C'è un pubblico, è meglio parlare in inglese per tutti?
Se vuoi, sì, volentierissimo.
Prima di tutto, it's an amazing project, so congratulations and thank you very much for presenting it in Florence. So I have 3 questions. So the first one is regarding the first part, the critical analysis of the cinematography. If you have to read the films, do we have access to the films themselves, or do we have to provide for them? Do we have to look for them? because I wasn't sure. There was a link to the trailer. I missed the first part, so I'm sorry if you actually said that. I came late. But if there's a link to or how do we get hold of the movies, first. And second is the second part on the making the movies. I guess we can all have different experiences and capacities. Maybe we do have some training in filmmaking, but not all of us have done filmmaking or have that kind of expertise or training. So how do we go about, especially like I'm talking about, I'm working in a school where there might be people who might not have that training. So if you want to work in team with other teachers who do not have that training, is there a part of the kit, I don't know if you mentioned there's an ebook as well that actually has, for example, the different roles, and so that we have a guideline also on how to make the movie. So like, not because if I don't know, I've never done filmmaking, how do I assign the roles if I don't even know what are the roles? And once I do have that guideline, I don't know if the project includes that, it's like kind of more of a training for the making of the movie, then does the project actually have or provides equipment? Is there any access? Because again, if I don't have the tools or the school is not particularly equipped, how do I go about that?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay, so for the first question, films have different sources and we can find in different ways. When they are available, we have also put on the card the link to the full-length movie. For instance, we have for one movie, we show the decoupage in the afternoon, Tutto quello che vuoi. The film is on Rai Play for Italians. So it's free and available. In other cases, we can find a link where it is possible, but the school has to provide it for it often. Sometimes schools organize a viewing in the cinema, but then it's good to analyze it, to have it also at home, at school, for reviewing parts. So there are different cases for getting a film, and it's the school that should provide to it. Sometimes you have a link, you can buy like for €3 the viewing, and it depends, there are many different cases. For the preparation of teachers, of course, we are teachers, not filmmakers, but in some cases we have sort of skills. We have, for instance, in the e-book that we will see, I think, tomorrow, we will go deeper in that. We have the troop and the teamwork roles, so they are described here. And we also have in Italian, and everybody can translate in their own languages for their teachers and also for students. And we have, for instance, this glossary that is made a little bit like I explained before for guidelines. Guidelines are always in blue. And so we have a glossary, so we have words that mean something, but we also have images that mean something. And guidelines are here in blue, and they're useful both for analysis and for making. So, of course, you don't have to make a piano sequenza like Hitchcock of 20 minutes or incredible things like Hollywood films, but with very easy instruments and few skills, following a little bit this, we can, for instance, understand how can I use a light. Shall I will enlight all the scene and everybody is at the same level, emotional level, Or shall I put a character in the shadow? That means something is going on. Very simple issues. It's like a little bit like Marisa Dice was saying, Dante, oh, it's so difficult. Yes, but when you go close, that's the name of the project. When you go close, it's not that difficult. We have, for instance, in Festival dei Popoli, documentary film festival, we have it here, a film who won a prize about a poet, a woman poet, made with a cell phone in black and white, a very bad quality cell phone, but it was so beautiful. This New Yorkese color poet, of which I don't remember the name now, but it won prizes and awards everywhere in the world. It's a very bad phone cell, but it's got to so intimate in the life of this woman. And so simply, it's really simple, but it got prizes, a lot of prizes. So you don't have to be so skilled. You just take some hints that we give here in the glossary, in the cinema troupe description. We have for glossary for lights, sound. We can go deeper if you want tomorrow in that. Frames, how to make takes and shots, and how to frame fields and shots, scene and sequence. We were initially talk about the reverse angle shot, so not to make this mistake. If you make this mistake, we will laugh about it. It's not so, oh my God. So these kind of things are not so difficult to achieve. You had a third question that I forgot. Equipment. Yeah, I already told you, cell phones are really okay. It's not a joke because we don't know how to do it. It is true. There are also festivals for films made with cell phones today. International festivals, very interesting. You can make very good things with cell phones, or if you have an equipment in the school, of course you use it. What happens is that, for instance, a school asks to the municipality if they have equipment to lend to the school, and it happens. This is often done for sound and for editing, for instance, because maybe they are the more technical parts. Okay, music you can record, it is how it is, it's okay. There are sites where you can clean the sound. There are free sites, websites in the internet, for instance, if it's the noise is disturbing the music or the speech, you can clean it. It's quite simple. Or you can also ask in these 2 next years, and we'll try to help with the problems. The territory, or even, for instance, when they interview, in past experiences, they interviewed parents or grandparents or friends or relatives or neighbors. They use their own camera, what they have for home movies. In every family there is more or less a little camera, they can use it. Now there are less cameras than before because we have the cell phone, so you don't even no longer use the cameras. It's very broad also in this case, the possibilities. Here we have another, yeah?
Yes, yes. Thank you. Enjoying the compliment and congratulations. It's very beautiful. I was wondering about time frame. How, like, it's 2 years, but how many times a week? How, like, I'm a math teacher. I have only 2 hours in a class. How, if I talk about the project to my colleagues, how do I present it, and how much I have to involve other teachers, or both in the viewing? Maybe I see different movies, so everyone can give contribution, but about the timing, I think it's important. Every teacher sometimes is a bit stressed. How long does it take?
Yeah, stress is our normal condition. But of course, you can organize this activity according to your programs and to your subjects. And the instrument will be on the site. And we have cases in which one teacher is going on alone or maybe helped by the technical laboratory person, or make a little group of teachers, but in this case it's better if the school is an associated partner. We have forms, so you can ask to send, if we didn't yet, forms to present to the principal of the school, and so we send the project, the summary of the project, the activities and everything, and so you can become associated partner of the project and make a little team of teachers in your school. This is already happened for some schools here.
Like, what does it mean, and what is, like, we went to our principal, and he was wondering, what does it make the difference to be a partner or not?
Yeah. Yeah, if you are a partner, you also have other facilities, like, for instance, you will be invited to the other activities we make in the project, or we make in Laboratorio Immagine Donna, that's one partner, or even if you're not in Florence, to other partners. And we are more in contact, and it is officially an official participation. So it's better, of course. And I don't know which school you're from, but
yes, it's in Florence.
It's in Florence, okay. So yes, if you still don't have, you just write to us. And we prefer if you get the association partenariat, because it's of course it's better. And the teachers who are here today, they will be the spokespersons for their colleagues at school or in other schools, in associations, wherever they work. There are also associations that are not schools, and they also are the spokespersons for their groups. And so you can create a team for working. For instance, we have teams with a history teacher, literature teacher, English teacher, and art teacher, for instance. That's wonderful, because they can put together all these parts, or others. I have a person, I don't know if she's here or not, I don't see now, who would like to work with blind students. That sounds like a contradiction. Blind and cinema? Yes, because they are very attentive to music, noises, voices. They understand a film differently from our perception of viewers, but it's so interesting, and they get so happy to do that. And also we have clients, they have clients, spectators in this cinema as in others. They come with another person who silently explain what the image is showing when there are no voices. And, so it is really an open project that can include many people.
About the making the film, like I come back to the original question. If we have a center amount of hours that you think it's a minimum that a movie takes?
Really not. No.
Like that's very different.
Because yes, it's different. It's up to you how much time dedicate. Sometimes the first shot you discuss, you view a film, you discuss, you decide the subject, you make a storyboard very quickly, and in a few months you shoot what happens in your neighborhood, for instance. Done. The films are to be delivered in, let's see, at last time in September 2025. so that they can be performed in a women film festival in a special sections, even if they don't deal with women issues. In this place here in the Compagnia, in the festival, Women Film Festival here. So the last date is September 2025. And thank you. Oh yeah, yes, we are perfectly in time. So we have a break for lunch. We will meet here again at 3 p.m., 15 in Italian. Did everybody who is here signed at the entrance for the presence here today? If someone didn't yet, please do that at the small table we have in front of the entrance here, just out of this door. Okay, then we come late at 3 with an example and exercise for you, a little practice of decoupage, of analysis. See you later. A voi.